Hi, so now that we've understood what are the 5 things that we can expect from the right first employer, let's find out what are the 5 things that we cannot expect from the right first employer.
I think this is as important as what you can expect. Why is expectation important? Most of the people get disappointed when their expectations are not met, right? Sometimes the expectations are wrong and therefore you won't get it and you get upset. And if you drop out of the job, you say, I quit. You are doing damage to yourself. Nobody cares. So it's important to get clarity on I cannot expect is as important as what I can expect. First and most important, don't expect a 9 to 5 job. It doesn't exist anymore. That means only even in the government also things are changing, but in private sector there is no concept of 9 to 5. Start with the assumption 9 to 9. Minimum 12 hours you have to put, right? Now, even Saturdays, you will be expected to work. Even if it's a holiday, there may be some reading you have to do, some research you have to do, right? You have to expect 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. So don't expect a 9 to 5 job, right? Leave also. Don't expect as soon as you join within 1 month go and apply for leave. No. First year, minimize leave. Except medical leave, emergencies, avoid leave. Because please understand why am I saying all this? Because you're not achieving productivity. You're just starting in a job or in the early part of your career in a job. You're not achieving productivity. So when you're not achieving productivity in relation to your salary, the company is subsidizing you. When they're already subsidizing you, you ask for leave, you ask for all these expectations. Actually, you are setting a wrong impression on the company. So do not expect a 9 to 5 job. That's one. Second, unrealistic and very high fancy compensation. See, all salaries, people are always benchmarking in the market. So companies also benchmarking. They want to attract some talent. They're going to some campuses. They're hiring off the campuses. So they're aware. They're always looking around. A good employer always keeps track of what's happening in the market in compensation. But sometimes people go to the campuses. This company is paying 20 lakhs. This paying 18 lakhs. So you get carried away on compensation. But I'm going to tell you a secret of compensation. The biggest mistake people think is that if somebody is offering me 18 lakh rupees, what is behind it? They don't see. What is behind high compensation is high expectation, right? So what happens is when you have high expectation, your chances of losing the job is very high. I would rather have a moderate compensation where my risk of failure is lower than take high compensation and high risk of failure. Why? Because once you go to higher level compensation, lose your job, you will not get a job easily because you will try and get a job equivalent to what you were getting earlier. Your confidence will take a beating when you are asked to go. Invariably, employees who have been asked to go, their mindsets are different from people who leave on their own because they find a better job. So do not expect fancy compensation. If they are giving fancy compensation, please find out what are the deliverables behind it and is it possible to deliver them. Third, fast promotion. Every dream thing, everybody, I had the same thing when I joined my job. Within 1 year, we want to get promoted. It's not going to happen. There are, for every 8 to 10 entry level job, there's only one supervisor. So 8 or 10 people are competing for that one single role. So you can't get, as soon as you join from within 1 year, you think you're working hard. Many people confuse performance with working hard. Sir, I put in 12 hours of work. I go to office every day. I work on Saturdays and Sundays. No. It's not just the effort alone. It's also a question of outcome. So the primary thing you have to realize, promotions will come your way. Hang in there. Don't demand promotions because companies also want to retain good employees. They have a vested interest not to lose you. So they will promote you. But you don't put the condition that I must get my promotion or get disappointed. I'm not getting promotion every 2 years. Also remember, promotion comes with challenges. It's exactly like high compensation I said. You get promoted, you get excited. But the new job role has a new expectations in terms of targets, in terms of your skill set. And please remember, they won't give you honeymoon period on promotion. What you get an entry level job. When you come in, you get a honeymoon. There's no honeymoon there. From day one, you have to perform. So I would always say, get the lay of the land. Join the company. Start focusing on performing. When you start performing, promotion will come your way. They'll come. Don't worry about that. The fourth is don't expect any pampering on the job. So many people expect as soon as you join the company, the boss will be sweet to me, nice to me, right? In fact, I hear a lot of complaints from many young people saying that I go to the boss gives me galis, right? I always tell them, yes, I'm not saying I should accept that, but the point is you need to understand that they have a job to do. Your boss is under higher stress than you are. Why? I'll tell you one secret. When you have a performance, it is what you do. It is in your control. Unfortunately, that guy has to get 8 people's outcome, right? And it is not in his control. He doesn't know what you do when you're out of sight. So he has to get an outcome of you when he is not there and make sure that you deliver. Otherwise, his job is on the line. So he is under tremendous stress more than you. Secondly, his boss, he's got a boss. And the boss is more demanding on him than he can be on you. So please understand that when you go into this job, if you expect your boss to find time for you whenever he doesn't give me time, no, he's not going to pamper you. But the reverse side is true. Once you start succeeding, the boss will come after you. He'll find time. He'll go to that, ask you for a cup of coffee. He'll take you for lunch. Why? Because he wants to retain you, right? So don't get upset when people are not pampering you, right? The last portion of the same thing is about making exceptions. Every employee says, I want an exception for me. Why would an employer make exceptions for you? You have to earn it, right? As I said that, you're one among many employees who join together. Why should they make an exception for you? So don't expect any exceptions. Don't expect any pampering on the job. And the last one is fancy resources. We talked about it earlier that they will only give you required resources, and the requirement is as defined by the employer, not by you. You say, sir, my laptop is like this, sir, it doesn't work properly. The charging I have to put for charging. Most common complaint is laptop, I have to put a wire because it doesn't have it doesn't have time. Who put the wire? Why should they give you a new laptop as soon as you join? Once you start performing, the whole world will turn around on you. People will look for you, boss will try and say, okay, why don't you change your laptop? So excessive resources mean some people want air-conditioned office. They want something, a fancy table with this size. Many people use workstations, and the workstation is also shared now. Many of the people are sharing. So resources will not be fancy. It won't be as per your expectation. It will be as per the employer's requirement, and he has worked with many employees like you. You're just one of them. There are many employees who have worked under him before, right? The last portion about resources is also about help. Many times people sit in the corner and say, I need help. Nobody's helping me. They never ask that question. Why should somebody help you? Have you helped somebody else? So the first question in helping people, when you want help from people, is you first help somebody else and help will come around. But if you say, nobody is helping me, nobody cares in the company, I sit in the corner, that story is not going to work. So do not expect people to come and help you. Please make friends, support others with any problem they have. 100% of the time you will find other people coming to you.